Good day and welcome to the Nairobi Gymkhana ground for the final of the second ICC Knockout Trophy tournament. It's between India and New Zealand, two surprise finalists. India, in fact, having to qualify by beating Kenya and then beating the World Cup champions Australia, then the defending champion South Africa, who had won the ICC Knockout Trophy on the first occasion in Bangladesh 2 years ago. New Zealand beating Zimbabwe comfortably, and then Pakistan in one of the most exciting matches of the tournament. So it's India versus New Zealand in the final. And as always here at the Nairobi Gymkhana ground, big support for India from the local Indian community. It's an overcast morning here in Nairobi, but it has been before in some of the matches, and it has cleared, and that is the forecast for the day. New Zealand have won the toss. They've chosen to bowl so that India will bat on a pitch which has been very meticulously prepared. The pitches have been very good for batting in this tournament. The outfield's fast, the ground is relatively small, and we can look forward to some big scoring in the final. Sourav Ganguly, the captain, coming off his unbeaten 141, which was the basis of India's convincing victory over South Africa in the semi-final. And of course he's joined by arguably the best batsman in the world, and certainly one of the most famous men in India, Sachin Tendulkar. And here is something to boost the New Zealanders. Chris Cairns, who was in doubt for this match because of a knee injury, in fact did not play in the semi-final because of injury. He is past fit, and past fit not only to bat but also to bowl. He's only had one over in the tournament so far, but he is fit and ready for this big game. And everyone ready? Play, gentlemen, for the final of the ICC Knockout Trophy. It's Jeff Allat to Sourav Ganguly. What a way to start! What a way to start! A boundary off the first ball for India.
Well, just get the feeling watching the Indians perform in this tournament. They seem blessed. They've played some wonderful cricket, and that just continues in the finals. The first ball of the match is keeping the same tempo. What a start for the Indians. There will be a bit of movement, as we saw from the pitch report.
Typical Tendulkar stroke. Just a push back past the bowler for the second four in the opening over, and India have made a fantastic start. They're 9 without loss.
What a start. It's another quality shot of the over, one from Ganguly, this time from Tendulkar. It's a push with a straight bat, weight just transfer onto the front foot in the direction of the shot.
Got it through. Long chase towards the boundary. It goes for 4. Just look how fast this outfield is.
So that's a typical Sachin Tendulkar performance in this tournament. He looks scratchy at times, but at times he's played some glorious shots. Remember a drive in the last match that he played? Very similar to that. A picture of the most perfect cover drive you'll get to see.
Here's Allat. In the air, but 4.
That's a dangerous line to the left-hander. Just enough width for a man who's in supreme confidence. Just goes through with the shot in the gap.
Whoa! Well, we've seen enough already today in this brief period. We've had 2 overs and 2 balls, and just in this brief period we can see that we're going to have a high-scoring match.
Well, good thinking by the bowler. Short pitcher followed by a full-length delivery, but just overcooking the length. And this man is in top form. Just a push in the gap, opening the face.
4. He now needs only 3 runs to surpass his fellow Indian Mohammad Azharuddin as the highest scorer in one-day international cricket.
Well, there's no margin for error for the New Zealand bowlers, the new ball bowlers, because these two men are in top form. Just that enough width for that short man to free his arms, get on top of it, intentionally played in the air. Because he concentrated on the gap. Shane O'Connor has been more consistent than Allett, but on that occasion, slightly wavered.
Pulled away for 4, he really hit that hard. There's a man down there at deep square leg, had absolutely no chance. 37 without loss, only 4 overs gone.
Let's have a look at this again, whether it was intentionally kept down by Tendulkar. It was, because he knew the fielder was there on the boundary for that particular shot. So you can see here rolling his wrist over the ball and trying to keep it down. We've seen a few batsmen getting caught at square leg, hitting the ball in the air, but not Tendulkar.
Oh, magnificently struck. Another boundary. He's only dealing in boundaries so far. Sachin Tendulkar, that's his 5th. And they have been his only scoring shots.
Just spoiled a good start, Scott Styrus. Two good balls, and this one right in the slot for the cover drive. Width and length, just perfect.
Flicked away, no one will get there. That's another 4. He is dealing only in boundaries. That's number 6 for him, and he's gone to 24.
It's another boundary and another poor ball by Scott Styrus. It's not easy to start with, to bowl to these players of this class, again straying down the leg side. These are easy pickings for a batsman like Sachin Tendulkar, drifting on the pads, full in length.
Long chase from square leg, but he won't get there. First scoring shot of Chris Cairns comes from his 9th delivery.
Well, this was really something to be seen. How long would Chris Cairns keep the stranglehold on the batsman with a short run-up? Not easy on a pitch like this. And here, picking the gap was the best thing that Sachin Tendulkar did. He played it very square. He knew there was a fielder behind square, so made sure.
And he's got it that hard enough. The ball came down at 80 miles an hour and left at 180 miles an hour.
So frustrating for the bowler. You beat a batsman and then just give him a little bit of room. This is not really a bad delivery. It just flayed away. The bat speed through the hitting area is just phenomenal, and that's why it races away. It's got to go straight to the fielder, otherwise it's 4.
And you can't do that. Can't bowl medium pace and bowl halfway down the pitch on a pitch as good as this and expect to deny Tendulkar a scoring shot.
I think Sachin dreams about deliveries like this, and it's come straight off the mat, off the middle of the bat. Styrus just bowling medium pace on that occasion.
And that's what happens when you tie somebody down, but I can't believe it. This Craig McMillan has given his own version of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Leapfrogging over the ball. So a boundary to finish the over, 74 for none.
Well, he didn't read it at all, Craig McMillan. He was looking to hit it away on the offside, giving himself a bit of room, and watch that. Little trip before he got there, and way too late, just a misjudgment.
And that's gone for 6. Well, an easy pick-up length for Tendulkar.
He was waiting this time for the slower delivery, off-break style, and he's just hit it with the turn. Whack. He's got such a good eye. It didn't go really that long, but if you take the height into consideration, he got a lot of elevation on that.
And that's 4. Well, there was a bit of arm waving by Chris Harris, so it may have gone in the air towards Stephen Fleming, but it was hit very hard, timed beautifully.
Square of the wicket. No one hits it harder than Ganguly. It was in the air, but Fleming hardly even moved. You really can't count that as any sort of chance. Staris, he's at a loss. Gone for a 6 and a 4.
Nice and easy, plenty of gaps, and that's a marvellous half-century from Sachin Tendulkar. The crowd hope that there will be much more where that came from.
Chris Cairns, though, what he has done and why he's been so economical is the fact that he's bowled straight. He's bowled a lot straighter than any of the other bowlers.
6. Wonderful stroke from Ganguly. The best opening partnership of the tournament now. India going along marvellously well, 95 without loss.
Well, it still emphasises the fact that he's bowled straight, but Ganguly has hit it even straighter and higher. Used his feet well. It's a short boundary down the ground, and he has no problems clearing it. So Ganguly keeping the momentum going.
The fielding restrictions ending so abruptly at 15 overs causes this lull. It causes that lull generally, and maybe the authorities need to look at a way of alleviating that. Ganguly's found his own way of alleviating it. He's smashed Cairns for 4 over mid-wicket, and it's his 50. Great way to go to a half-century for the Indian captain. He's in wonderful form in this tournament.
Plays the shot so well, so Ganguly just uses his feet, gives himself some room, and hoiks it over mid-on. Third half-century of the tournament for Sourav Ganguly. This is how he brings up his 50, nonchalantly. He's rather enjoyed playing here in Kenya.
That's gone. That's a huge 6. Ganguly gets hold of that one off the middle of the bat.
Well, this was always going to happen. We knew they were going to take them on. When Nicky Boyer came on for South Africa, just giving himself room, Ganguly. He's not frightened to go down the wicket, even with the keeper up. And he just drop kicks it straight over the stand.
Oh. Very delicate, the latest of cuts.
You don't have to bludgeon everything. Been very severe. That time he just runs it off the face. Nicely done.
Nathan Astill continues now, and a full toss. Really the first bad ball we've seen from him. Dispatched clinically by Ganguly.
And Ganguly's been setting himself to do that. And I think Astill, just as he was in his delivery stride, saw the movement of the foot.
Run out chance at the bowler's end. Gone. What a breakthrough. Tendulkar run out. Scott Styris returning to the bowler's end. And Sachin Tendulkar put on the brakes, but it was too late.
Well, what a mix-up. Ganguly wanted it straight away. Tendulkar said no. Then he realised it was in the gap. You see, then it's the mix-up. And by that time, Tendulkar had gone. A great throw from Scott Styris, neatly taken by Astill. He does the rest. And that was the only way they were going to break this partnership. They've done it. Tendulkar for 69, 141 for 1.
And it's in the air, but That's another big 6 from Ganguly. Nice and straight. Perhaps didn't get it quite as well as he would have liked, but it still went a long way, high up over the side stream. 6 runs.
Well, just when the pendulum was swinging in New Zealand's favour, Saurav Ganguly decides to bend it back in India's favour. Good clean hit. And again, the distances that have been achieved in this tournament by most batsmen.
And welcome back to the crease, Nathan. Another 6, but they won't have to fetch that one because it's going to come back to the top of Nathan Astor's bowling mark.
This is a magnificent hit. He's out there, he wants to stay through the innings. Rahul Dravid, a fresh batsman at the crease, in spite of that frame of mind, time and again, has been able to hit these big shots. This goes to show the confidence of the man.
.91 from 100 balls. That was a lovely shot. Just a big swing of the bat. Front foot just going away towards the leg side to give himself some room. He looks for 2 here and will bring up his century. Well played, sort of Ganguly. 2nd century this tournament and his 6th century this millennium. And he kisses the bat. What a player.
So another partnership developing here. And look at that one-day career for Saurav Ganguly. One of the best players in world cricket, in one-day cricket. Average of 45.3, good strike rate. And of course 300s versus New Zealand.
Six centuries this millennium and 450s. And that may have gone to the fence. It has. So a little bit of bat on it. Nice, fine leg glance. Nothing Adam Perori could do about that.
Again, struggling to adjust to the left hand, right hand. Shane O'Connor, who's been very consistent in this tournament with his line. Not on this occasion, though. Drifting down onto the pads. And those boundaries keep coming for Ganguly.
Oh, trouble here. Well, I think he's got back. Third umpire's going to have a look here. But there was all sorts of a mix-up, and I thought it was odds on that Dravid was going to be run out. Not so sure now.
Well, it was odds on. And then Staris wasn't sure. He was going to try and do it himself, then realised Dravid was on the way back, underarmed it. And Allett has got a little way to go here, and I think he's just got him. He has. And another mix-up, so Mr. Runout strikes twice. He's gone, Rahul Dravid. He's got to go. Good partnership. India lose their second. .202 for 2.
He swung through that, straight out. Harris at deep mid-on. Ganguly goes for 117. Second successive century from him. Fine innings, but he's been undone by a combination of Nathan Astle and Chris Harris.
Well, they've been looking for that for a while, Saurav Ganguly, and this is a good change of pace from Astle. Much, much slower. He was almost through the shot, had to hold it back, and that's why he couldn't get enough distance on it. Chris Harris judged it to perfection. He's the best of the New Zealand fielders. 117 for Saurav Ganguly, 220 for 3.
Oh, it's beaten short third man and backward point. Not sure it was totally deliberate, but it's got to Yuvraj, his first boundary.
Doesn't all fly off the bat when you squeeze it, and that's exactly what he did. Just a little bit more width, just drifting away, you can see, and he's squeezed it out. And if you can do that, the ball really just flies away.
What a great shot that is. Perfectly timed and hammered down the ground for 4 more. .229 for 3. It's in the air and it's out. Well, that really is a poor little innings from Cambley. O'Connor takes the catch and Cambley has gone for 1. He's only faced 5 balls, but really he should have done better.
Well, this is poor cricket. You mentioned just the slightly slower delivery, and he's tried to whoop it over the top, and he's only just come in. Instead of just dinking it around, Singh is in prime form and hitting boundaries and striking the ball well. Cambley just didn't want to play second fiddle, and he's paid the penalty. Out for 1, 229 for 4.
In the air, an easy catch. Yuvraj goes. New Zealand continue to pull India back. Simple catch to Roger Toos. 5 down now for 237. And we're halfway through the 46 over.
Wonderful bowling by Styris. With slow ball again defeating Yuvraj Singh, taking the momentum, breaking up the rhythm of the batsman, and he could do nothing else but hoist it towards cover, where Roger Toos took a smart catch. It's all gone awry for India. Yuvraj Singh gone for 19, 237 for 5.
Fine shot. Brilliant shot. Picked it up off the legs. The line was wrong, but he still had to put it away.
Well, it really was an unsatisfactory delivery by Jeff Allott. Fine legs up in the circle, and he slants it down the leg side. Well, that's easy for Robin Singh. No risk at all. Just helping himself to gift 4 runs.
Well caught. Coming in and making a good catch. Spearman diving forward. Robin Singh just got the ball on the bottom of the bat. Looked at one stage as if he'd hit the ball into the ground, but then when it carried that far, you realise that it didn't. And just coming off the bottom of the bat.
Well, New Zealand, they've not allowed India to build any momentum. Very well caught by Craig Spearman, moving forward, catching it probably about 4 or 5 inches above the ground. Robin Singh is gone for 13, 256 for 6.
Dahir, the keeper in strike.
Good delivery first up. Vijay Dahir, busy little wicketkeeper for India. Aggressive little batsman, but misses out first up, just trying to nudge this towards third man to give Agarkar the strike. Misses it completely by some 3 to 4 inches.
Second time he's been in this situation. Came in the last over against South Africa, had 3 balls to face, just got the single. And now he does the right thing. Gives the strike to Agarkar for the last 4 deliveries.
Only 52 runs off the last 9.2 overs for India. Not such good going given the start that they had.
Two. Comfortably.
Yes, the start was brilliant. It was exceptional for India, but just about the halfway point at the fall of Tendulkar's wicket in the 27th over, it's levelled off, and that's where it was supposed to accelerate, and just a bundle of wickets falling towards the end.
There's a man down there. Again, the ball drops agonizingly short. They'll come for 2 and get them. Nathan Astle couldn't get to the catch, and nor could he prevent Agarkar from sprinting for the second.
Well, I just think Nathan Astle, well, he just stepped off the gas for a little while there. Didn't think the batsman would come back for two. Just started cruising, and before he knew it, he looked up. They were back for the second.
Well bowled. Held it back. Agarkar was through the shot before the ball got there.
Shane O'Connor did bowl very well at the death in the last game that New Zealand played against Pakistan. Picked up a 5-wicket haul in that game, but picked up most of them at the end of the innings. This is the nice last over he's bowling here. Just 5 runs off it so far. Anything under 8, he'll be happy.
Down the ground, they'll try and make 2 out of this. They won't. So 1 run comes off the last ball of the innings, and India 264 for 6 from their 50 overs. Still a good score, but you can see the team that feels the happier. The momentum has shifted quite markedly from the first half of the Indian innings to the last half, and New Zealand colours are flying high. Smiles on New Zealand's faces because they know that they pulled India back from a score which looked as if it was going to be up around 300. There is that tremendous start that India had between Ganguly and Tendulkar. They put on 141 from 161 deliveries. Dravid and Ganguly then put on a further 51. But after that, with those 2 runouts, what crucial runouts they were. 2 top batsmen, Ganguly with his second successive 100 to follow his unbeaten 141 against South Africa, 264 for 6. And the New Zealanders, Allott and O'Connor, taken apart from their first 4 overs of the innings, but then pulled back first of all by Cairns, even with his injured knee, coming off a short run. He put the brakes on initially. Styris chipped in with 2 for 53 in addition to his 2 runouts in the field. Astle 1 for 46, and New Zealand really did extremely well to limit India to 264 for 6 on a fast scoring ground in ideal batting conditions. They need 265 runs to win the match, and also to win $250,000 US.
As the 2 New Zealand opening batsmen come to the crease, Nathan Astle in the foreground, Craig Spearman following him. And Bish, it really was a matter of once they lost their momentum, India, they never quite got it back. In the air and gone. Yuvraj Singh, the youngster, can't stay out of the limelight. And Spearman's form continues. He never got over the top of the ball at all, and he just sliced it into the hands of Yuvraj Singh. What a start for India, a wicket in the second over.
Big wicket for India. Yuvraj Singh, well, he's to be found everywhere and in every bit of the action. A short delivery, Spearman never kept it down. A nothing shot really, and just look at Yuvraj Singh flying through the air. What a wonderful catch. That was disappointment again for Spearman. He's dismissed for 3, 6 for 1 it is now, New Zealand.
A volley, and that's 4. And that's what Ian Bishop was talking about. You can't give any width at all on such a good pitch. Nathan Astle will throw his arms at the line of the ball regardless of the length.
You can't give any width, and not certainly to Nathan Astle. He's proficient outside the off stump. You give him room to use his arms, and this will be the end result. 4 runs to Nathan Astle.
Short ball, and he plays the hook shot very well, and that's 4. 1 bounce over. It's in the air for a long time, but it was nice and flat.
Well, this short delivery and the body of Nathan Astle was bowled quite quickly, 88 miles an hour, but it came off the bat even faster, almost carrying for 6. Just dropping inside.
Again, that lack of footwork from Astle, but he does try and hit the ball hard on the offside. Just seems to stand in his stance position. But when he's in good form on such a good batting pitch, he's a very dangerous play. Got a bowl at the body.
And he doesn't hold back. There wasn't much room given here, but hit on the up. Just flung the bat at it. And middled it.
And lovely straight hit. That'll go all the way as well. Lots of boundaries are on offer. So you must bowl absolutely spot on.
Yes, it is 4. Lovely shot. Good timing shown by Astle. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just full face of the bat, punching it down the ground. There's always runs to be had in that direction, as straight as can possibly be.
On line, very close, and that's out. Stephen Fleming knew it as well. A little bit of late in swing. Fleming trapped, and what a wicket for India. The New Zealand captain has gone.
It's a big wicket for Venkatesh Prasad in India. You could almost sense that this was going to come at some point. A little bit of movement back into Stephen Fleming, and that is pretty straight, pretty adjacent. That's dead. Stephen Fleming falling across the line. Just look at where the head is, but he's gone now for 5, 37 for 2.
Two's in good form. He's clipped that nicely off his pads, and that'll go all the way to get him off the mark with a boundary. Good start for Two's, but a good over for India. 6 overs gone, and it is 37 for 2.
Lovely shot. Roger Tooze in such dominant form. And when you bowl a half volley just outside the off stump, that's what it's going to get.
Still got to put them away, and he's done it so well. Nicely angled through mid-off. You can just see the angle of the bat, and he just creates that to get the ball into the gap. He's bisected the fielders perfectly. Good placement and good use of the hands and arms to get it into that gap.
Lovely shot down the ground. If it beats the fielder, it's 4, and it does. Kumble this time not being able to make the save.
This is a shot of a man in form, presenting the full face of the bat. Has no problem hitting it on the up, dead straight down the ground. Didn't try and hit it too hard, more keen on placing it. Kumble just a fraction too late.
Lovely shot, found the gap. Robin Singh's after it, won't get there.
You just can't afford to have any width whatsoever on this very good batting wicket. Roger Tooze just a little bit of width, able to angle it away. He's done it well again.
Here's Zahir Khan again. Oh, thump through the offside ball. Don't even bother running for that, Nathan Astle. Great shot.
He's got a very simple technique, Nathan Astle. Small front foot movement and goes through with the line. That ball right in the slot. The only way you can keep him quiet is just short of a length into his body, or if you're going to pitch it up, the ball's got to swing.
Now, is there an inside edge on that? Yeah, I think there is. Just trying to flick it away on the leg side. The attacking field has paid dividends for India. They've pegged New Zealand back. 82 for 3, and Astler's gone. Well bowled, Anil Kumble.
And what a time to get a wicket. I was not sure the umpire really saw this one, but angle in, bit of inside edge onto the pads, everybody heard it. But Buckner had not raised his finger when the batsman started walking. That's the time the finger went up. Astle was absolutely sure that he had nicked it. What an important wicket this one is. Astle gone for 37, 82 for 3. Chris Gaines on strike.
Typical Cairns, stand and deliver. Great way to get off the mark and to show your intentions.
This is a nothing delivery, no pace, no movement. Line was bad, pitched up. Chris Gaines, he loves those. Stands up tall, launches into it. Strong man.
Good shot. Good use of the feet. Gave himself a little bit of room. And chopped it away backward of square for 4.
The Indians have a lot of respect for Chris Cairns' batting talent. He's got a few scores against India. This time short ball, played well. Travels so quickly off the face of the bat of Anil Kumble's deliveries. Most deliveries very quick.
No mistake with that one. May have chipped the first one, but the width there has allowed him to play a very controlled stroke. Backward of point for 4.
I think Ajit Agarkar's overs are going to be a problem for Saurav Ganguly as New Zealand reach 101. Again, short and wide. He's been expensive. Hasn't looked like taking a wicket. He's in his 5th over. Chris Cairns watching the ball closely. Just has to put bat to ball.
Slower ball in the air and over mid-off for 4 more. Just got enough on it. Ganguly with a despairing dive, the groping hand, and Agarkar has gone for his second 4 in 3 balls.
Advantages of having some natural power. Completely mistimed, deceived by the slow delivery. Went through with the shot early. And any lesser batsman that would have been caught at mid-off. Ganguly coming in. That circle just couldn't get behind that ball. Just too high for him.
Well bowled and a stubbing chance. He'll go to the 3rd umpire. And I think the foot was in the air. Vijay Dahiya thinks it's in the air. And Tooze again showing his weakness against this turning ball. It looked like it just slid past his bat.
And I think the impression given by Roger Tooze is that he might be gone. Well bowled by Anil Kumble. The googly sliding across Roger Tooze. The back foot drags out. Very well done by Vijay Dahiya. And I think that's gone. The foot just seems to be on the line there. Just dragging the back foot out, and this is a more conclusive view, and that's out.
No problems there for the 3rd umpire. Just probably needs one more frame to see the bail actually being dislodged. Down here, the 3rd umpire says, Roger Tooze, this tournament is over for you. 109 for 4, stumped and beaten comprehensively by Anil Kumble. Out for 31, had a very good tournament, but now New Zealand in trouble at 109 for 4. And that's a swat around the corner, and it'll go all the way to the fence. It does. No way Vinod Kambli could get to that.
Craig McMillan, he's not going to die wondering, is he? He's going to take the attack to Anil Kumble. The sweep in front of square. He gets 4 runs for it. Yes, it is 4.
And again. So that's going to give Anil Kumble and sort of Ganguly something to think about. That was an even better shot than the first one. Nice and square.
It's lovely cricket. A lovely counter-attack being launched here by Craig McMillan. He's not been at the crease for too long, but this is just the right length to sweep, and he swept it well, hard in front of square. Powerfully hit. It's a brave shot. It's 4 more. 2 boundaries and 2 balls. The odd long hop.
In the air, and the long hop has got the wicket. So Chris Cairns, he can't believe it. Tendulkar, just a little bit of magic. Bad ball, and Craig McMillan is out. Chris Cairns the other end just shakes his head. So the 5th wicket is down and New Zealand in trouble.
So often anything happens short and wide. You'd be hoping as a batsman that would be hit to the boundary, and what happens? He hits it straight to Ganguly. Tendulkar, the magic has worked for him. What an odd piece of magic it was. End result is a wicket though. He'll take it anyhow. Craig McMillan, he'll be sorely disappointed. He's gone for 15, 1-3, 2 for 5.
This is the man they want.
Fine stroke. Now, in contrast to McMillan, Chris Cairns right on top of that one and finding the gap. McMillan cut his and was caught right on top of it.
Chris Keynes has a lesson for Macmillan. That's the way to play a short ball outside the off stump. You don't need to hit it too hard. Just need to find the gap, as Keynes did on that occasion.
Time for two.
Ganguly is quite happy giving those twos on the leg side as long as the over is not expensive. Last few overs have been good for India. New Zealand picking up about 4 and 5.
Not a typical Chris Keynes 50, but a very important one. He's playing a very sensible innings here. He's the type of batsman, the type of explosive batsman who can suddenly pick up the rate, realizes that he has to be there a lot longer.
Cairns goes, and that's 6. Flat 6, crash.
Well, I wondered when that was going to happen. They're delighted. It probably only went 20 or 30 feet in the air, flat and hard.
So he only has to play normally on the offside as well, and he'll score equally as easily. Except for bad balls. Now that may go to the fence. Be a very important boundary it is. Good shot from Chris Harris, well timed, and most importantly, well placed.
Too short. He's trying to bowl googlies all the time. That one stuck in the hand a bit and given Chris Harris the opportunity. Look how short this is. It's got to be put away, and he does it well. First 4 for 14 overs. It's been a 6, but that's the first 4.
And again, consecutive boundaries. So Kumble had him all ends up the first 2 deliveries, and he's hit consecutive boundaries and a 2, so 10 runs with the ball to go.
Well, just breaking it down from a New Zealand perspective, and this is a very poor delivery down leg side. Just about 10 overs to go, and if they don't panic here, they're in with a real shout. 70 to win, 10 overs to go.
Chance to run out the bowler's end, and what a mistake, and what a mistake, and they'll get this single. Always a single to mid-wicket. Well, can you believe the throw came back at 100 miles an hour? It wasn't Singh's fault. Amazing piece of fielding, amazing mistake for India. 41 overs gone, 197 for 5.
Well, I'm not sure it's Singh's fault. Although, having looked at this, there's sets off Harris and then he really leaves his partner high and dry. Why didn't Singh get behind the stumps? He had plenty of time. He's bowling spin and he's got in front of the stumps, and that's what happens. Ganguly had time to readjust, and look where Yuvraj Singh, that's inexperience by the young man. He should have been behind the stumps. There would have been a run out.
He looks to go straight. That's his strength, boundary. So what will Ganguly tell his youngster now? In fact, Ganguly may have his long off and long on, Barry, a bit too wide, each of them.
Yes, he's looking to go straight down the ground, Chris Keynes, and you're quite right. They're looking for the slog rather than the straight hit.
Won't get through.
Straight back over Prasad's head. Long off, can't get it, it's 4. That's the end to the over that New Zealand wanted. It's 221 for 5.
Just couldn't get it full enough, Venkatesh Prasad, and did a good thing. Batsman making room for himself, all the more difficult to get the block hole. The batsman makes space for himself to play on the offside.
Fielding and batting side. Over the top, full toss for Zahir, gets it slightly wrong, and Harris capitalises. That's got the over off to a good start.
Boundaries like these can be telling blows on the fielding side. It's coming close. Each scoring shot will have its effect on the fielding side. Picked on the full, placed it to perfection. No chance for Robin Singh at short mid-wicket. That's his favourite area, Chris Harris.
That's found the gap through the leg side. That's finished the over with another boundary. 10 off the over. What a good one. It's 231 for 5.
It's the angle of the delivery that's making it easy for the left-hander. With the angle, just went through with the shot, taken on the full, bowler searching for the Yorker. And there's such an empty space in that area.
Straight. 6. Harris punches the air. Cairns remains calm and cool as a cucumber. He's into the 90s.
Just have a look at this delivery. Chris Cairns making room for himself, and it couldn't have been in a better slot. Right up there for Chris Cairns to go through with the swing of the bat, and that cleared the stand as well. Is that the first nail in the coffin for India?
Can we have our ball back, please? That has gone a long way. Great shot. Look at Chris Harris at the non-striker's end, punching the air as the ball sails into the car park. Just one left. 24 from 19. Trying to get it as close to run a ball as they can. Oh, beautifully played. Got it away fine. That's going to run away for 4. 2 brilliant shots from Chris Cairns to finish the over. It's 245 for 5.
Smiles breaking on the New Zealanders' faces. And Saurav Ganguly really the opposite reaction. Paddle sweep, played to perfection.
Brilliant batsmanship from Cairns. He knows as soon as he's hit it, it's gone for 4. Chris Cairns, New Zealand all-rounder on 99. 12 from 11 needed by New Zealand. Slower ball, that's Cairns' 100. What a fine innings that is. Punches the air in delight. That is a marvellous effort from the man who wasn't even sure he was going to play this morning. 100 from 110 balls.
Nothing less than a standing ovation. That's what he deserves. Chris Cairns, 100 of 110 balls. There weren't too many claps when he reached his 50, but that 100 has to be appreciated and acknowledged.
Another slower ball. Caught it at extra cover. Robin Singh, both feet off the ground, leaping away to his left. Gets rid of Chris Harris. This throws the game right back into the melting pot. New Zealand need 11 from 9. They're 254 for 6.
Is it too late for India? We never know. A good slow ball. The length on this occasion was very good. It wasn't short of length. It was pitched right up, getting Chris Harris to play the drive. Understandable shot in this circumstance, but look at that catch. Robin Singh, 37 years old, 2 feet high in the sky to latch onto that one. Picked out a bulb from the ceiling. Robin Singh, Chris Harris, gone for 46, but what an innings. 254 for 6.
Prasad to Parori. It's off the pad, it's away fine. Fine leg is up in the circle. That's going away for 4. It's 4 leg byes, but that doesn't matter at all to New Zealand. They've got it down to less than a run a ball now.
Nervous smiles on the New Zealanders' faces. But again, the slower ball, but this time you'll watch the length wasn't good enough. Short of length, and of course drifting down on the pads as well. Got it very fine. Oh, that really felt good. Not for this man.
Going to get another one here. Might even come back for two. Tendulkar with a throw. Has Parori gone? Don't think he collected the ball. Prasad it was that had followed through to get up to the stumps, and he dropped the ball, and Parori's back for two.
The batsman was short of the crease, but I don't think Prasad had the ball in his hand when he whipped the bails off. There you are, batsman well out of the crease, but the ball out of his hand when he whipped the bails off. I think that's what mattered in the end. Batsman survives, New Zealand survive.
New Zealand have got the equation down to 3 runs from 6 balls. Down to this man, Chris Cairns, 100 from 110 balls. It's been a splendid innings, brilliant performance.
4 men inside the circle, so they will want to give the single to Chris Cairns away and get Parori on strike, and maybe then squeeze the fielders in.
Agarkar to Cairns. Straight down the ground, he'll take the one, that's rifled. Campbell, the man doing the fielding. 2 from 5. There'll be a chat here.
First is to get a few more fielders inside the circle. Parori relatively new at the crease. So very close this. Got 6 men inside the circle. No long on, no long off. Still making a few adjustments with the Indian captain. He's dropped the fine leg outside the circle now. They would want to keep Parori on strike, just to keep the pressure up. Get some panic into the New Zealand dressing room.
Suggests the fielders have to be closer. Running. Easy one, just stay at 1. New Zealand need 1 to win. The scores are level. 1 to win from 4 balls. Ganguly has to bring everybody in here and make Cairns hit over the top. He has to.
Well, Ganguly in a very sad position here. His fielders encouraging him to get more fielders in. Here he comes, Agarkar.
No, says Cairns. Parori, can he get back? Yes, he can. Nervous smiles all round. It's 1 off 3 to win.
Good fielding there by Anil Kumble. Quickly onto that one.
Remember, if the scores are level, we have a bowl out. Cairns has to go over the top. The fielders are crowning him. Full toss, they've done it. New Zealand are there. Worked away for the single that gives New Zealand victory. 265 for 6. What a stunning effort that is. New Zealand win this ICC Knockout trophy by 4 wickets. Chris Cairns, who wasn't even sure that he could play this morning because of that injured knee, has got an unbeaten 102 and has steered New Zealand to a wonderful win.
This is what success can do. Chris Cairns picked up that winning run and then sprinted off the field. Just forgot about his knee injury. And yes, class, we see the New Zealanders dominating scenes here. What a match, the last of the tournament.
Well, Sourav Ganguly desperately disappointed. They'll be distraught, the Indians. They should have scored more than 264. This is the last ball. Cairns with a heave away to the leg side. All he had to do was get bat on it. What about that for a celebration?
A team that wins all matches in the tournament, the champions, New Zealanders. It is on the 2nd occasion. Parori and Cairns doing the job for New Zealand. Indians played well in the tournament. not well enough to win the tournament. So there will be celebrations, but not in the Indian dressing room, but here.
New Zealand are the knockout champions of the world. They win by 4 wickets. They won with 2 balls remaining. It could not have been closer. They didn't get off to the best of starts, New Zealand. They lost Spearman for 3, Fleming, the captain, for 5, and then Astle and Twos just got things going a little. 37 and 31 from those two. Cairns, brilliant, 102. McMillan 15, Harris played really well for 46, and Perori just came in at the end to seal the victory. 265 for 6, 4 balls into the last over. New Zealand win by 4 wickets. Indian bowlers, well, Tendulkar and Singh were very good at the bottom there. 1 for 38 from 10 and none for 32 from 10. So too Prasad, 3 for 27. Kumble, perhaps a little bit disappointing, 2 for 55. Summary of the match: India 264 for 6. Ganguly, let's not forget that, 117, his 2nd century in succession. Marvellous performance by him. Tendulkar 69, but it wasn't enough because New Zealand made 265 for 6 thanks to Chris Cairns, 102 not out. Marvellous win for New Zealand. They've won by 4 wickets. They are the ICC Knockout trophy holders.
And he gets a cheque of 250,000 US. A bevy of photographers here, and why wouldn't he be enjoying the moment? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation area. Thank you for your support over the last couple of weeks. Congratulations to the Kenyan Cricket Authorities for putting on a fabulous tournament, and most importantly, congratulations to New Zealand. We hope you've enjoyed it. New Zealand will celebrate tonight. $250,000 the winner's cheque. It's good night.